everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Nicole and I post family, lifestyle and travel content. And today we are getting back in the swing of things. If you saw my last video, you will know that I have been really unwell, probably for the last 4 or 5 weeks. I mean, I've probably been unwell for a lot longer, but I've been completely debilitated. I've been in hospital. I've had days where I've not been able to like even get up, which if you know me and you've been around, you know I do not stop. And it is driving me insane. Sitting around resting just makes me go doolally. And I have had to physically, well, mentally make myself sit down and just relax, rest, and it drives me insane. Anyway, today I've got a bit of a burst of energy, so I'm feeling like I need to get this house back in order, and I thought I would share that with you, what I'm doing. And you're probably thinking, maybe some of you are thinking that's not that bad, that's not that much of a mess. Some of you might be thinking, oh, you're so scruffy. But for me, a tidy home is a tidy mind. I need like a clean, tidy home to sort of function. I get really bad anxiety if it is messy, and not in the case of like, I'll let the kids get the toys out and they can make as much mess as they want, but then at the end of the day I always make sure it is tidied away. But that has not been happening, and it just sends me west. So we are going to make a start. First things first though, we cannot function in the McShane household without a coffee. So I'm going to set up my new coffee maker and get a pumpkin spice latte on the go. So I told you in the last video, Kieran bought me, let me just move you so you can see. Ta-da! There she is. So I am using the blonde espresso beans from Starbucks, which go in here. You add your water at the back. You do have to do some setup, but it's already set up now, ready for me. So we are just gonna grind, because we are our own little barista over here. Sorry, that's really noisy. And I am pretty much obsessed with my pumpkin cups. These are actually a lot larger than my other cups. I have one of the big, massive Starbucks You Were Here cups. I think that's the range, the ones, I got it from Disney World. And that didn't even fit a coffee in from here, which I was so surprised about. Where is my thing? Oh, I've already got it out. I've already got it out, organised. It does tell you on here which grind size to do. I tend to keep it at a 10. Sometimes it'll recommend me to go up to a 12 or down to an 8 or what have you. But that just all depends on how much I have wedged it down, I think. I have no idea. I don't know. Do not ask me how it functions. Why is it whenever I'm filming, my dogs just decide to bark the place down? I think the bin men have just been, so that is why he is being antisocial. And I like that this has got this little ledge here, so you can put your cups further up if you need to. So we're just doing double espresso in there. So on the milk jug that you get with this, it tells you like which line to put it up to for different types of drinks. So you've got latte, cappuccino, cortado, if that's how you say it correctly. I'm going latte, obviously, but there are different recipes, and it also comes with this handy dandy recipe book, and you can make like cold brews and all sorts of things in here, like all these recipes, espresso martini, and it just tells you exactly like what setting to put it on and how much you need for everything. So for example, like the Americano, what sort of brew you put it on, etc. The latte is pretty simple because I just do a double espresso. I do fill it up to the latte amount, and then I just put it on the second whip, which is the first one's like a not as much of a foam, that's more of a foam, and then the next one's more what you'd use for cappuccino, which is a really big heavy foam. You don't want to fill the cup up too much with that because it will froth really high. And then we just start froth and it just does it for you. That is going to get loud again. And then what Kieran has bought as well, I mean, he's gone all out on this coffee machine and he doesn't even drink coffee, but he did try some because he was thinking, I want to get into it now, and it's took me nearly 18 years to get the guy to drink a coffee. But he's got this little thing so we can save the coffee beans and use them in the garden. So that is good for like recycling and repurposing and growing our vegetables. Although we didn't do too well on the growth of the vegetables. The fruits went really well, but you live and learn, and now next year we're all set up to start a little bit earlier and maybe get a better grow going in the garden for 2026. Once the milk is done, you just need to give this little nozzle thing a wipe down where the milk has come out from to make sure that's all clean, and it actually then purges itself into the purge tray. So it does like a self-clean, which I think is fabulous. I'm gonna finish making the coffee. These Monin or Monin, I don't know how you pronounce that, but you can pick these up from Amazon, super cheap. I need to get a pumper because I know like in Starbucks they do 4 pumps, and I'm trying to just gauge how much 4 pumps is from there. I've sort of got it down like how I like the flavour in it, but sometimes you can go too much or too less. In my first coffee of the day, I always add a teaspoon of collagen in there, but this is not the first coffee of the day, let's be real. The caffeine addiction is still going strong. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you are, well, you might not want to do this, but I find that this is really helpful, is create a list of jobs you want to get done. I find this really helpful because I know then that I'm on track, but it also gives me a massive sense of satisfaction when I'm ticking it off, because sometimes you don't feel it at first. You might be doing jobs that are not really making a dent in the world. So by having a list that you can tick off, you see it slowly like chipping away at your to-do list. So this is my list. I've got the bedrooms, I've got the dressing room, I've got the landing, the hallways, the living room, the kitchen, the utility room, and then the bathrooms I've done separately. I always treat the bathrooms as like a separate clean because I feel like they're more of an intense clean than everywhere else. Like I said, I'm normally pretty good at keeping on top of things throughout the day, so the kitchen, to be fair, isn't that messy because every time I'm cooking or making food, I'm always wiping the surfaces down afterwards, and I always make sure that like load the dishwasher, wash the pots, clear the pots away, because I mean I've just got the stuff I've made the coffee with on the side now, but I always make sure that I dry the stuff and put it away because I hate having anything out on the counters. It makes it look really messy, and then I just start to feel like I'm coming undone. So I just find if I put things away straight away, it really helps me keep sane, if I'm in all honesty. But I'm going to start the clean downstairs because now I have my magnificent Eufy. That takes around 40 minutes to do a full clean downstairs. So if I clean downstairs first, then I can set the Eufy off whilst I'm cleaning upstairs. And then hopefully by the time, I mean, I hope it doesn't take me 40 minutes. I'm usually pretty quick at cleaning. But by the time the Eufy's done, I'll be done upstairs, and it's kind of like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It all gets done at the same time. And then I feel like once I've done upstairs, I can put my feet up and I can relax because I am still unwell. I know I'll probably come across like I'm really fine, and I am having a really good moment, feeling a lot better, but I don't know whether cleaning the house and using all my energy up is going to make me feel depleted. So I want to make sure I have some rest time afterwards. I'm getting really good at this rest thing, even though it makes me cringe to sit and just watch TV and just lie on the sofa, and I really envy those people that can do it, although some of those people might envy me that I don't do it. I don't know, it's just a funny trope, isn't it? So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna start on the dining room, which isn't my usual starting room, but it's gonna be the easiest room to do because I've just completed a was-giz jigsaw, which I spoke to you about. So I need to put that away, put the jigsaw stuff away, and then that room's pretty much done. So let's get started. Have a sip of coffee first because that coffee hit might be a bit too hot actually. on point. It tastes just like the Starbucks pumpkin, if not better. It tastes better, I'm gonna say. So this is the Wasgish jigsaw I've been working on, number 27. It is a Destiny one. So the Destiny ones are like what happens in the future or what happened in the past. So this one, this is like the room, but it's in the future. So it's very different. It took me a while to do it. They do give you some like clues, but I like to challenge myself. I don't look at the clues, so I do love a challenge, and I'm quite good at the puzzles. I've got my own little puzzle case because I am that saddo. I finished it last night, and then this is the really sad part to do this. I then normally lend them to my mum. My mum and her boyfriend are really into doing these. They actually was the ones that introduced me to these puzzles. Went round their house and they've got all the puzzles set up. So I was like, oh, I like it. I'm gonna do the same thing. That's sad though, actually, isn't it? See all that. It did take me a good few hours to do this one over a few days. But I find having the case is really good because you can just like put it away. I do have dogs that like to eat cardboard and paper, so if I leave this out and they could get access to it, they would eat jigsaw pieces, which is what they have done, unfortunately, with some of my other jigsaws. Like when Lady was a little bit younger and she could jump up on the chairs, if someone left a chair out, she would climb on the table and eat the jigsaw pieces. So having the case keeps them safe. Right, done. I then just slide this case behind my sofa and it hides there till the next one. But you don't know the life of a showgirl, babe. God, that's actually the easiest job and I'm already so tired. I'm getting warm. Whew. If you're wondering, I mean you're probably not wondering, but if you're wondering why I've put the chairs on there, it's just so the Eufy has a clear run underneath the table. The Eufy does go around them, but obviously if there's a little bit of dust underneath the chair legs, I want to make sure that it gets it. Oh, I always forget this bar. Oh, I know, buddy. Oh, it's so hard, isn't it? You're a good boy. Sit. Where are you going to sit for me? No. You're going to just mug me off? Oh, you're giving me kisses. Well, sit down then. Good boy. Oh, that's a nice little paw. You're distracting me. You're trying to climb up for a kiss, aren't you? You're a good boy. What's up? You not like the floor? Did you just slip? There we go. Is that nice? Is that a nice cuddle? You're clinging on. You not like the floor? No. You're distracting me. Yes, you are so cute. I need your fur cutting. A good boy. Tickle, 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 tickle. Oh, I need to get up. 1, 2, 3, get up. 1, 2, 3, get up. Oh, right, let's go. Oh. So downstairs, the living room is probably, well, the kitchen is the most used room, isn't it? But the living room next. And normally, because I have it quite minimal in here, it's easy to tidy up. Everything in my house sort of has a place, because then it's super easy to tidy. If everything has a place, you know where it goes, you're not sort of lurking around for stuff. And whenever you see there's a bit of mess piling up in my house, it's when stuff doesn't have a place and I'm waiting to find a place for it. Now, the mess that we've got in here is kind of like Smith's catalogues, because the kids were circling what they want for Christmas. They each have one separate and they were having a look what they're going to ask Father Christmas for. So we have the Smith's catalogue. We've got a school prospectus for Penelope's secondary school, because oh my god, can you believe we've been applying for secondary schools this week. And then there's the reading books that they've had for school, and just a few other bits of paper, dog toy, just bits and bats of stuff. So what I like to do before I do any clean, and I normally do this throughout the whole house, is just go around with a bag and collect everything in a bag. And then I go around to the rooms where it belongs, so that when I'm cleaning them rooms, I can just put it away. And it works super easy. What I'm gonna do is a video, and I'll list like top 5 or 10 things that I do to get my house in order, like when it's kind of like this. I mean, it's not mega messy, but you know when you're feeling things are a bit on top of you. So I'm gonna get sorting this stuff. Some of the stuff needs to stay downstairs, like the reading books. So these are the school books that they're reading. So I'll just put these under here, so they're handy. What have we got here? School, that can go in the bin now. That's Penelope's journal. Pens galore, stickers, pens. There's not actually even that much stuff really, is there? It looks worse sometimes than what it actually is. And that's why sometimes I think you just have to rip the band-aid off and get it done, because I thought it wasn't filming then. I had to come over and check. Yeah, rip the band-aid off and just start, because sometimes once you start, it's not as bad as you think, because I felt like this living room was really, really messy, and now I've just picked these up, it doesn't look that bad. And once I give everywhere a quick wipe down, this room isn't messy, it just needs a wipe down and a hoover. So this room I can keep pretty clean and tidy. I always feel like if I can keep my space where I'm going to be enjoying my adult time in the evening, so when the kids have gone to bed and it's just me or me and Kieran, because obviously I'm alone in the week because Kieran works away, if this room is nice and tranquil, then I feel like that is my relaxation and my peace of mind. So you have to find what works for you. I'm not telling you that that's how you have to be, but that's just what works for me, and what makes me feel better. Oh, I can't believe how exhausted I am after just one room. That's why I know I'm really still not 100% at all. Well, not even 50% probably. Buddy, you're leaving your messy toys everywhere. And Buddy has a little basket for his toys, and then that is just my computer stuff that can go in the office, and then this room's tidy, so I just need to clean it. Pretty easy. So as you can see, my health is not great. I'm trying not to get upset actually, because I just got really upset. I'm only a little bit into my clean, which normally takes me minutes, and it's taking me ages. My body's going all shaky. I feel really sick and dizzy. So I'm going to take a break, and I could just cut all that bit out and have it be like the perfect, energetic, deep clean of the house, but that's not my real life, and I spend a lot of time hiding my real life from the world because I don't want to be moaning all the time. I don't want people to be thinking, oh, here she is moaning, can't be that bad because you're doing this and that, because I do this and that because I don't want to be ruled by what's wrong with me. I want to just do what I want to do in life, like everybody should be able to, but I do know I need to listen to my body, and I think I'm struggling to breathe actually. I need to listen to my body and rest, and like I am supposed to be resting, and I just felt like I had a really good burst of energy. Let's just get it done, but it has taken 10 minutes, 15 minutes for the energy to just go. And it really does upset me because I just want to be normal. And I know cleaning's not, like cleaning does take your energy away, but I'm barely doing anything. And I was thinking if I could just get maybe downstairs finished and then I can rest. I haven't even gone in there yet, and it's just kind of like, how long is it going to take me to do it? And I don't want to come on here and moan. I want you guys to come to my channel and find it positive, but I also want people who may be in the same position as me to maybe be inspired, or maybe understand that you're not alone, or maybe not to look at me and think, well, she's saying she's got this wrong with her and I do, and I can't do those things. I'm just a bit abnormal and like to try and push through it, and it's probably not doing me any good, to be honest with you. So I'm going to take a little break. Hopefully I'll be able to come back to you. But I've gone really shaky. So I'm going to go and have a sit down and drink some water, relax for a little bit. Maybe I'll get back to you all on this video and finish the clean off. If not, I'll let you know how I get on. So yeah. So the living room is now all clean. Buddy's back in place on the sofa before he knocks them cushions back again, whilst he's always up there guarding us from whoever. So I am back now. I'm still not feeling great. It's just mega frustrating. I think if you don't have something like this, you just can't comprehend how frustrating it is when your mind wants to do something but your body won't physically allow you to do it. It's so debilitating, and I try and put a brave face on all the time. I put a brave face on with the children, with Kieran, because I don't want him to live a marriage that's always complaining about being in pain or needing help. And most of the time I am like on my own during the week, so it's doubly hard because I'm like a single parent, but I'm not a single parent, so people don't help me like they probably would if I was single. Which I'm not complaining about, it's just the way that it is. I don't really get much help with the children or anything like that. I do get envious of other people who have loads of family, you know, like they have brothers and sisters and what have you who'll help them. I literally have my mum, and she has been so helpful whilst I've been taken unwell. She has been looking after the children for me, taking them to school, picking them up. And because I've not been able to like drive them in the morning with the medication that I'm on, I can't really drive until the afternoon. And she's been she's like had them overnight whilst I was in hospital and what have you. So she's been really helpful, and she's been like bringing me food and stuff, so I've not had to go to the shops. But my mum works as well, so like she's old. She still looks so good. She looks so young, I think. But she is in her 60s. And sometimes I forget that because she's more physically fit than I am. So I don't really want to put on her too much. I don't like to put on other people. I'm generally really independent. I think that's why I like to get things done. So it is just really frustrating, especially when I was so like bouncing with energy, thinking, oh my God, I wrote on my list. I'm like, brilliant, we're gonna crack on with this. I'm feeling amazing. And then I'm just, like, it's like wham, my body just shuts down, and it's so frustrating. And then I sat down just after I'd spoken to you last, and I got a delivery at my door, which was a bunch of flowers. Oh, it made me really emotional. I got this bunch of flowers delivered from people at work, and a nice card, and I just thought that was really nice. They've, you know, like people at work have been really supportive and sending me nice messages, and I just work with some really lovely people now. It's just really nice to know that there's people that care about you. I got a really funny message off one of the girls, and she's like, we need our pumpkin queen back, and I was just laughing because I love that that's the reputation I have as pumpkin queen. I want to just get this kitchen. The kitchen's not too bad, so I'm not too worried. It just needs like a wipe down of the unit, and then I'll put these flowers in vase, and then if I can just lift the chairs up, I can then set the Eufy off, and then downstairs is pretty done. And I just kind of like have to do things in steps and stages, and I know there's people out there that are probably a lot worse off than I am, or they might be not as bad as I am but don't have the mentality that I do. They don't maybe have ADHD that keeps them going and going, and they're just really struggling. And what I want to achieve on my channel is to just show people like there is a way, but then it's also okay if there's not a way. I hate getting upset, and it's just, it is hard, and I want people to understand, not just for me but like other people that are going through this, that it's hard for them. Check in with your family and friends if you know that you have people that have an illness or might be struggling, might be a single parent, might be a parent that's in a relationship, because life is hard. Like, life is hard anyway. Everything's hard work, and when you have extra things like children, I mean, I love being a mum, is the best thing in the world. My children are my everything, but sometimes it's hard. Like, my kids are generally 98% of the time really well behaved children. They're really helpful. If they, like, when they saw how poorly I was, because they had to go to my mum's when I had to go to hospital, they're just so kind and caring and trying to make sure I'm looked after. But I also want them to be children. I don't want them to be like young carers, so I want to make sure that they are having fun and enjoying life. But even when you've got relatively good, well-behaved children, just being a parent in general is hard because you're always thinking about somebody else. Your mental load is just crazy busy, because it's like school messaging every 2 minutes. You've got to think of this, this, this. And that just adds to everything. If you're working, you've got to think of that. If you're like, you might be a carer, you know, there's so many different people. I'm proper rambling on now. There's so many different ways that people live in their lives. And I'm just one of many that suffers with chronic pain and chronic health conditions. And it's a shame, really, because we have the opportunity to have an amazing life here. Me and Kieran have really good jobs. We work really hard, and work is hard. At times, it's hard for him to work away. It's hard for him to be away. It's hard for me to be on my own, and also work full time. And it's hard to be a parent. It's hard to be in a marriage. It's hard to have a house. But I'm so grateful for what we have. Like, I love our house. I love everything that we have. I just wish that I didn't have this debilitating condition that is somebody else's fault that they did this to me. Because she was looking for her phone in the footwell of my car. That she kind of ruined my life. Just someone else's stupid behaviour wasn't intent. She didn't intend to do this to me, but by her just doing that. So maybe as well think when you're driving, be careful. But yeah, someone's silly behaviour ruined my life, and I just want to make my life good and be grateful for what I do have and enjoy it, and just bloody clean my house when I want to.
I need someone to teach me how to be like one of them people that can just sit and sloth out all day in front of the TV, because I generally find that so hard, and I know that is definitely what is needed. Like, I've got so many TV shows that I've saved. I'm like got Bridgerton and Ginny and Georgia and loads of others that I've started watching the seasons, and I'm halfway through and I'm just like, I can't sit here and watch this TV anymore. It just drives me, like, I have to be doing stuff all the time to keep my brain engaged and to keep me feeling sane. And I need someone to teach me. The perfect example would be Kieran. Kieran can sit and watch TV for hours and hours and he does not get bored. I just get so bored so quick. And then it makes me, I'll start ordering things online. Like, I spent so much money whilst I've been off sick. I spent like £500 in one day, which is just crazy. And I just feel like I'm normally so good and organised with money, but that just shows that, like, when something does take a toll on your mental health, how certain vices can occur. So like, when my mental health is suffering, I'm in the mindset of sod it, just buy it, you only live once, and to get that dopamine rush of the purchase. And it's not even necessarily things for me, it's usually stuff for the kids. And I need to just not keep spending money. And I'm just like, stop buying things. The amount of Amazon deliveries I've been getting is crazy. Right, I think I've probably wallowed onto you too much, and I need to just get back to being happy me and get this kitchen cleared. And then I can set the Eufy off, and then maybe have to leave upstairs for another time, which is frustrating. It makes me feel so annoyed. And people probably thinking, well, why are you so bothered? It's only cleaning it. I just was like so looking forward to having a house that was deep cleaned and fresh and lovely, because then that makes me feel good. And now I don't even have the energy to like wipe the units, because my body has gone into like shutdown mode. Oh, it's so frustrating.